Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time on a FiTorch PR40. Comes in this box. As you can see, it's a long light. Now I was sent this directly by FiTorch. They wanted me to test and review it, so let's go ahead and take a look here at the specs. Specs are on the outside of the box. Got 1350 lumens. Now this is more of a dedicated thrower, so you're not going to need or have a huge amount of lumens. Now if you need some more time to read this, go ahead and pause the screen. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get this open, see what's in. Comes with a nice size lanyard, really nice size. Comes with some diffusers. These are different colors: red, green, yellow, and I believe blue is in here. Got an extra power switch cover. You've got an anti-roll ring. Got a USB charging cable. Want to make sure everything else is out of here. Then we have a user manual. Pretty detailed on that. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the light. Now since the light already has the holster on it, we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like with that on there. Open-end design, as you can see. D-ring. Definitely got some good quality on this. Feels good. Got the Velcro, quick release. If you want to use it that way, you can leave it on your belt. Bigger than the head of the light, so that'll protect it a little bit better. And we'll remove this, let you know that you got to remove the plastic sleeve from the battery. So that's what that looks like. Feels pretty nice. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the light. There it is. As you can see, it's a long light. Definitely use it for hitting somebody over the head in self-defense. Does have a nice look to it though. Now I really like these long barrel lights. I've always started out carrying them when I got into flashlights. I really liked them, especially for other purposes besides that, but they always started out, they were long, the old bag lights, Brinksman's, all those, they were all long barrel lights. So I still have that kind of a attraction to them. I really like them. These here, of course, are a lot thinner, so they're really easy to hold. I'm not seeing any issues with that on this particular model. It does have some grooves here all the way around that go all the way around the body, so that could help with carrying and not slipping out of your hand when using the light. It does have a clip on this, as you can see, and you can remove it if you don't want it. A lot of heat sinking here, even here. Button does stick out of the body there a little bit. Here's the charging port, so you can charge the batteries. This does come with batteries, so it's a complete kit. Machining and finish on this is excellent. I'm not seeing any issues. All the areas on the body are smooth. Not seeing any issues with the machining. Steel bezel on that looks really nice. Tail clicky there. style and design on this is nice. I'm not seeing any issues there. Still a big following for long barrel lights, believe it or not. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the deep smooth reflector. This is running the Cree XP-L high LED. Try to get a good close-up there for you. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take it apart and I'll show you the insides. Show you the tail spring. Pretty heavy duty on that. Well greased threads. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take this apart here, as the batteries here have a plastic cover over on one of them. There's the head of the light. Well greased threads there as well, so we're going to go ahead and push it through the other end. Here's the plastic sleeve that's on that battery, so it's a little snug getting it out. The other one slides right out easily. We'll go ahead and remove this here, and we're going to go ahead and put the light back together, and I'll show you the battery as soon as I get this part here. Comes with two 18650s. These are protected cells, 2600 milliamp. These are an 8 amp cell, and this adds a lot of value to this kit when you have batteries ready to go. A lot of times I'm seeing, if the light is relatively new, you're going to have battery power right out of the box ready to go. They may not be fully charged, but they have enough charge, like say 80%, especially on these newer models like this one. The batteries are almost fully charged. You're ready to go right out of the box. Let's say like a year old, you definitely might get it. The batteries might be down a little bit more, but in any case, you're ready to go even right after you charge it. Alright, we got that back together. Let's go ahead and go through the UI. UI, of course, you're going to activate the light like that. Now this does have memory mode, so that's nice. So let's go ahead and get started. Turn this back on here. Try to show you the beam here, as you can see, really on the narrow side. 1,000 meters on this is very impressive, more than enough for most people. Then you're just going to click on that side switch to go through those light outputs, and then it goes right back down the same way. So real easy to get the light outputs on that. Not a huge amount of lumens, but when you're throwing them 1,000 meters, this is more than enough light to get that light throwing pretty far. As you can see, hotspot on here is pretty well defined. Does have a little bit of a bleeding outer edge here, but not much at all, especially as I get further out. Kind of see it a little bit more, holding it quite a ways. When you got here, but look at the spill area, how bright that is. So that's going to be a very nice usable spill, which is impressive, so you don't just have one laser beam of light. Definitely going to help you out there. Okay, so now what we got here, when we're on here, we can double click on any light level to get strobe. Then you can double click again to get SOS. Now this SOS is a little bit faster than some of the ones I've done here in the past, but I've seen some like this also. Then a double click again, you'll get strobe, or you can click it one time. It does have memory mode, like I was saying. Even on turbo, you can memorize turbo, so that's a big plus. Then of course you're back to doing the UI, and we'll put it back on the lowest setting and turn it off here from the tail cap, and that's all there is to this light. Really nice. Like the way this looks. It's got some style to it there, as you can see. Feels good in the hand too. Remember, this is going to heat up, so it's further away from your hands. You can carry it for longer periods of time. Some of these shorter lights, they get hot here, they spread out to the body real fast, and it gets hot to hold. So this being 1300 lumens, you're going to be able to run it on turbo quite a bit longer due to the fact it's not quite as high in lumen output. Well, let's wait no further. Let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the FiTorch PR40. So let's get started here. And that is 35 feet from where I'm standing. Try to get my finger on the power switch there. Easily making that distance. 138 feet, as you can see on the Tree of Life. It's going to be a little bit more on the dedicated thrower side. And it is faintly making that park. That's pretty impressive. Alright, tree line, fence line. We're going to go up to the next level here. Nice little jump. Spills come alive. Tree line, fence line. See the range on that? Now you can see it making it across the park a lot easier. It's still got a pretty good size spot, hot spot on that. So this is, it's going to be good for quite a bit of range actually. Easily making that tree out there. That's quite a ways out there, believe it or not. This tree behind the Tree of Life is 238 feet. There, 138 feet to this Tree of Life. Easily making the school, as you can see, even with their lights on. And faintly making that palm tree, closest one. The other one in the back is a little bit more dimmer, but I think it's going to make it on the higher outputs. Alright, we're going to go up to the next level here. Nice jump. Nice wide spill on this. Usable too. Very important to me for throwers, especially dedicated, that they have a good spill. It's just all spot, and you're not able to see where you're walking or tracking whatever you're using it for, especially an animal that's moving fast. It makes it harder to follow it. It's got really good, looks like a laser beam going up there. Really nice performance. This takes 18 650s, 2 of them. Easily making it across the park there, as you can see. Both parks. Really does well. Fence line, tree line. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to the next level here. Wow, let's do a beam profile here. See how wide that spill area. Comes with some good batteries, protected cells. You can use other ones if you want. Just make sure that they're semi-raised or button top. Protected cells are what they recommend. Look at that range on that. Crazy. And this thing is very light, so you can carry this. Hit those trees even further in the distance there. Look at that. Barely making that palm tree there. That's impressive. As you can see there, right next to the light. Really impressive. And there it is on the palm trees. Really nice. Really impressive. Got to take my hats off for the performance on this light. Alright. We'll just do one finish here, way out there on the other trees. Really does well. Even those trees there, way in the back, it's on the other side of the park. Very impressed with this light. Alright, we're going to cycle back down to the lowest. And I hope you enjoyed those night shots. Okay, hope you enjoyed those night shots. This thing did an excellent job. Really nice, easy to hold, especially if you're doing it like this. You can even do it like this. Really had fun out there. Really enjoyed the performance on this. Not only was I impressed because I've worked with enough of these Cree XP-L LEDs in the past, it really wasn't there. The only downside that I had about this light was the colored lenses. And the reason why is because I'm not a big fan of having to unscrew the bezel to be able to put the lenses on and then screw it back in. I'm more of a fan of ones where you can screw in right over what you have already. So if there's a black bezel here, you could just screw the lens onto the outside of it. So I wasn't really a big fan of this. That's why I didn't include it in the night shots. As far as the color renditions, they do pretty good. Just going to show you here the yellow. And yeah, of course, got the blue. And you've got the red. So you've got quite a bit of light options with this, but the fact that they're just a lens with no plastic rings, so you can put them in a little bag. But here you have to take this off and then put this back over it. I'm really a fan of some of my Eagle Tacs that have the actual lens screws right over your existing light. That way you don't have to take anything apart, possibly lose it. And you don't have all this excess, you know, going back through if it's dark, trying to put that on. You just know right away to put it right onto the light and you're ready to go. So that's my only con for this light. As far as performance, build quality, really top notch. I'm not seeing any issues from FiTorch. I've done a lot of reviews of their products. Been very impressed with them so far. Now I want to thank FiTorch for sending me this flashlight kit to review. Now if this is something you're interested in getting, I'll leave a link in the description area. I am working on a discount code. If I'm able to get it, I'll leave it there as well. And that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these FiTorch flashlight kits to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.